Hey guys, good morning to all of you. The title of my video is Más Rápido, which means faster. In Spanish, sometimes we have, Spanish is complicated. It really is. Más Rápido, which means faster, right? And and I'm gonna clarify something, okay? Mexico and America is not our countries. It's for some people like me, but not for everybody. It's not our countries. It is for me because I have dual citizenship, but it's not for everybody. It's not our countries. It's for some people. Only America is our country. So anyway, before we put some clips out there, I'd like to clarify that Mexico and America are not our countries. They're only our countries for people that have dual citizenship. Anyway, now that I put that out there, I can, sleep better and move on and, and have a better life probably. So, but anyway, some stuff was shared with me this morning that I really thought it was really funny and that I really want to share with you. Okay. Good morning, everybody. And remember, this is the truth. If you want to call it drama page, but I really think this is so funny, and eventually this will be exposed at a level that, it already has, at some point. Things have already been exposed on MSNBC, platforms with a couple million followers, both YouTube and Facebook, or not Occupy Democrats, but what's that channel? Democracy Now!, the Daily Beast, and also MSNBC, which obviously I, as a conservative and Trump supporter, don't really like or agree with. And obviously they hit me too. But they hit me on trying to stop illegal immigration and sometimes, getting a little out there as far as my stance against illegal immigration. There's no crime in that, right? Yeah, it's wrong. I shouldn't get involved physically myself. But however, we do get caught up in the whole social media, utopia or whatever. And so it happens, but in the end, my intentions and the fundamentals of my behavior do align with my behavior, which was to stop illegal immigration. I'm against it. I'm sorry. I'm against it because I know the damage that it's caused to America. So anyway, and it does to other countries, not just America. But anyway, this morning, and for those of you who have been following this story, because this story is going to make it to government, this story is going to make it to DC. Just trust me on that. Trust me when I tell you that life. It's really sad to see how permeable American politics on the right have been. Okay, at this point, anybody can get in. Okay. We've got deported Mexican felons infiltrating into American politics. At a government level, okay? So anything is possible. You got clowns in Congress. You got all kinds of things. Anything is possible, okay, at this point. So trust me on this one. This story right here will make it not only on national news and everything else and whatever else, it'll make it to Washington, D.C. When? Exactly? Just stay tuned. Who knows if it'll be, who knows? Just stay tuned. This story, everything that I'm talking about on this page will be not only on national news, but it'll be part of, American politics, unfortunately, I've been dealing with a deported Mexican drug trafficker that I tried to resolve this with a while back. I said, just stop, take responsibility for what you've done. You're a criminal. That's why you're inadmissible for reentry into America. And then move on. He chose not to. He continues to harass me on a daily basis. Now we got another person involved. It was a small comment and he thought maybe he was doing his friends a favor and siding with them. but now they're making merchandise out of it. Like from one comment Will Johnson made, Anthony Owedo, and I must say, sore Anthony Owedo with his deleted big platform and deleted big balls, is now making merchandise out of it. So it seems to me like they want to keep this going. They want to make this huge, right? So he made a sweatshirt that says "Crazy Woman." Well, I think we're going to put a picture at the top of that of that what do you call it, of that sweatshirt. Okay. I mean, whatever. So I'm going to read for you real quick. And again, remember, this is going to make it to Washington. Okay, please. And not that it, not that that's what really we should be focusing on. But here's the thing, though. Here, a lot of you are supporting people who are supposed to be working for you, who are supposed to be your voice, who are supposed to be fighting for you, who are supposed to be, doing all this stuff. And instead of doing that, they're over here, working and playing with deported truck traffickers. Okay. And so, it just, it needs to be exposed. It really does. I mean, when you're in government, I should not be a problem to you, regardless of, I understand that my potential is big and I'll get there and I'll be there in whatever, 2022, 2024, whenever. I understand that. But still, and my voice is big too, regardless of whether I'm in DC or not. But I should not be a problem to you. I should not be your concern. If you're in government, I should not be your concern. If you're in government making tens of thousands of dollars from the people, from a salary, and also, millions of dollars from the people because they believe in you, I should not be your problem. I shouldn't be your problem. You should be serving the people. That's what you get paid to do. But anyway, I'm going to, because I have been the issue. We got a million problems in America and I'm the issue. So, I become their issue and they make entire videos about it. I'll show you. Anyway, somebody calls them out on their fake page, not their fake page, but on their hate page. Somebody calls them out. Okay, listen to this. They have an entire hate page running against me. And the woman says, fake news articles on this BS page, right? So then they reply, STFU, you guys know what that means. Shut the F up. Hater, okay. Did someone leave you dripping like they did to PCD? So it sounds like Anthony, right? That ghetto, thug lingo sounds like Anthony. Who knows? But it sounds like him. And I don't even know what dripping is. Maybe, thugs can explain. I don't know what that is. I remember that I'm Mexican from Mexico City, and some of these Mexicans, I don't get, some of these Chicanos, or he's actually, I think Mexican born, but grew up his whole life in America. So some of these thugs, some of these, I remember Mexico's not sending their best. I don't know what they mean whenever, I don't know what it is. Oh, it's an STD. Oh, ew, he's so gross. Ew, thank you, Baldy, for clarifying that. Ew, Baldy, I'm going to throw up. Okay. And so then this lady who's, being nice and sticking up for me because that's what nice people do, says, you STFU, you shut the F up. And while you're at it, she's talking to Oscar. And while you're at it, find real news from a real journalist. This guy is hell-bent on talking shit because he has nothing else. Are you getting news or gossip? He's talking about Will and and Blue. That's what she's referring to. And then they come back with a comment that says, I'll let you know in the 916 area, which means, I'm assuming that they doxed her because that's what they do. They'll dox people to try to scare them. So say somebody sticks up for me, right? Anybody. And this has happened to many people, like hundreds of people in the past. They see through their bullshit. They see through me and then they stick up for me, right? So guess what will happen? Pictures of their houses will start popping up on the internet. Pictures of their children will start popping up on the internet. You know, their work history will start popping up on the internet. They dox them because they want to scare them away, and it's their only way, by threatening them. With Georgette, they did the same thing. With Baldy, they did the same thing. They wanted to shut him up because he caught on to the fact that they're a pair of not only con artists, but thieves, fraudulent thieves that stole thousands of money from people on the internet. And what did they do? They went and dug into Baldy's past. And when they dug into Baldy's past, they found something that is very similar to what's happened to me lately, where they accuse you and then they go to court and then they lose because you're innocent. In my case, it's been a combination of losing and withdrawing before he even makes it to a hearing because they're afraid of perjury. But with Baldy's case, they actually did go through the trial, and Baldy proved his innocence, and he was found innocent because he was. But this was 27 years ago, and these losers by the name of Anthony Owedo and Oscar, and about the time it was just them, they dug into his past, and because they wanted to shut him up at any cost. Okay, so then the lady says, 5 whole people watched, right? And because apparently they got 5 views on their stupid little video, and some other woman by the name of Carol comes on and says, few more than 5, and she posted a picture of the screenshot of Will Johnson's video where it has 3,000 views, right? And the answer to that is, it says this dude is a joke. Okay, she's talking about Will Johnson. This dude is a joke. Don't like me, block me. Gotta expose the losers. But you can do as you please. Same as me. Every page he has made. Oh no, he's talking about Oscar. Every page he has made, I'm talking about every hate page, is the same. Harassment and jealousy at its finest. So this lady, Lynette, is calling them out for what she really sees, which is hate, jealousy, and harassment, which, harassment is a crime and jealousy is a sin. And, so they're a bunch of losers. So then Carol comes back and says, not sure who you're referring to as a joke. Is it Will or Oscar? Do you really think you'd be the best judge of character, though seeing you're over here sticking up for a scam artist? So Carol, her name is Carol, right, with a K. I invite you, because I've never heard of you before. This is the first time I'm seeing your name. I invite you to, on this video, because now it'll be sent to you by the haters because they're addicted to everything I do, to post on here what makes me a scam artist. And we'll wait, okay? We'll wait. I'll let you post, and you post on here what makes me a scam artist. Is it the fact that I make up news at the border every day? Or is it the fact that I ask for $6,300 for a trip to Tapachula that I never take? Or is it the fact that I'm collecting millions of dollars from the American people for doing absolutely nothing and just trying to act like a celebrity? Or is it that, I'm selling medicine, somewhere for hundreds of dollars on the internet? Or what exactly makes me a scam artist? Let me know. You can comment on here, swipe up and comment on here and let me know exactly what makes me a scam artist. I would love to know your thoughts. Make sure you post the ample evidence that you have of me being a scam artist, and make sure you post you detail, you bullet point whatever you feel makes me a scam artist. But so we'll wait, okay? We'll wait for you, and the page will be open for you to post whatever it is that you think makes me a scam artist. Is it that I'm sleeping with American patriots at the Ibis Hotel like Oscar and they have the receipts, or like the actual Western Union receipts, because they prepay. You have to prepay. You have to prepay to sleep with Oscar at the Ibis Hotel, and then based on that, he'll send you pornography and all kinds of stuff, but whatever, So you let me know, Carol, exactly what it is that makes me a scam artist, okay? And all of this is going to end up in Washington, just so you guys know. It's sad, but it will. Hope she doesn't rob you blind like she has many others. There's one of her. So let me know, Carol, who I have robbed. Make sure you leave evidence, receipts, names, because the only one of Oscar's buddies in New Jersey went on a show, claimed she had given me thousands of dollars. When I asked for the receipts, obviously she didn't have them because they weren't true. I posted our conversations, and we never heard from her again, only through fake accounts, and that's pretty much it. So let me know, Carol, and we'll wait, okay? And then Lynette refers to Will, or, if he was any kind of a man, he wouldn't use the name of someone he dislikes. And damn sure he wouldn't use Biden, because the page has the Biden name on it, because she's clearly a conservative. Picking your butt for more fake news. That's the one that really made me laugh. Picking your butt for more fake news. Exactly. That is what Oscar does on a daily basis. He picks his butt for more news, okay? Let's not pick our butts for news. We should make a t-shirt with that. Picking his butt for fake news. That's exactly what it does. He picks his butt for more news, whether they're real or not. But I mean, we've got real journalists out there. We really do. We've got real journalists out there who are actually trained to bring people news, properly, eloquently, and whatever. I mean, you could have a little bit of software here and there. You could edit videos, you could whatever do. But the bottom line is that the meat itself, the content itself, just sucks. It really does. I mean, there's nothing. And, that's why he tries to, the accent to make it stronger, whatever else. Why? Because, because it makes him sound like a novelty. Then on this video, I have to play this video for you. Oh my God, he goes into detail to congratulate Anthony and his big platform. Oh my God, listen to this.
Grow and grow, man.
Grow and grow, man. This is what I'm telling you. Life is so unpredictable. This is so sad. He goes into detail. He goes into detail about Anthony and what, how accomplished he is and his big platform, and how he's this was a year ago. So he goes into detail about Anthony taking a picture with Will Johnson and with Ben Bergquam and with Marjorie Taylor Greene. And then he says, because he's boasting about how now Marjorie has made it to Congress, and Anthony is right there with the other two buddies standing next to her and taking pictures, right? Just so all of them have worked together for years. And so, he's like, yeah, this is what happens when you work hard and now, he's basically bragging about Marjorie being in Congress, right? Which I don't know what he has to brag about because it's not his accomplishment or whatever. But he goes, he's like, yeah, man, while everybody else is focusing on drama, we just keep on working, man. Yeah, man. I mean, I hate to break it to you, but all that time you spent producing videos of me for 30 months, can you imagine all the things you losers could have done? Really done. I mean, I know you've collected a lot of money from people and whatever else, but at the end of the day, as Lynette said, all you're doing is picking your butt for fake news, picking your butt for attention, picking your butt for fake news, picking your butt for embarrassment on the internet. Like, what else? What exactly are you accomplishing? How many successful rallies have you had? Last I heard, none. You were invited to a rally soon after this video, and then you were canceled because no one wants anything to do with you. You were canceled because all we had to do was send them a copy of your relationship to tamales, right? Once they saw how you were related to tamales, you were canceled from this border rally. Not that he could have gone because he's illegal, but I'm just saying, like, Anthony could have gone, BNN could have gone, and they were canceled. So, I mean, let me play this for you. He brags about, watch. Oh my God, and just the way he looks like this. Let me show you. He looks like this little thug, because he is, but hold on, let me show you. Hold on. He's a little thug sitting in a car, a little Mexican thug. Oh my God, this little greasy Mexican. Hold on. So Anyway, guys, let me play this for you because he's.
I just talked to him for a little bit, and I just told him like, "Hey, bro, you
Hey,
get the
bro.
120,000. That's and with this censorship to hit a
Oh, hey, bro, you got 120,000 followers. Well, just so you know, those 120,000 followers no longer exist because Facebook, with a click of a button, deleted him, canceled him, and every other aspect of his life while they were at it. So hold on.
120,000.
Woo!
That's crazy.
Crazy.
So I want to say to my partner, real Anthony and Widow, congratulations, bro. Keep burning. Let's keep punishing these
How's that going, by the way, Anthony? Wait, oh my God.
liberals, man. Keep punishing these liberals, man. That's what we got to do. Keep punishing all these.
Keep punishing this liberals, this liberals. This guy doesn't understand the difference between these and this, because after spending so illegally, really spending so many years in America, he still does not understand the difference between the word this and these. It's really sad, but he claims he's a reporter. Okay, we have Mexican reporters whose English is their second language, and they still understand the difference. I mean, they may have a huge accent, like Jorge Ramos. Like, okay, Jorge Ramos has a huge accent, and I can't stand the guy, right? He's as liberal can be, but he understands the difference between these and this because he learned English at an early age, at a great university, Ibero, and is educated. This idiot still doesn't understand the difference between these and this. It's pretty sad.
Liberals, man.
Oh, he's drinking his.
Them, man.
Oh, he must have gotten a little chunk of money from his friend in DC, and he's having Starbucks that morning. Oh my God, poor baby.
Let's grow, and grow, man. 120,000, man. That's not easy to say.
And now the platform is gone. Oh my God, they must feel so stupid when they watch these videos because, again, remember, this was a year ago. Okay, this was a year ago, so. Life is very unpredictable. You don't know where you're going to be a year from now. He learned from the cartoons. You don't know where you're going to be a year from now. A year ago, he was celebrating his 120,000 followers. Today, he has 0, right? Or whatever. I mean, he may have like 2,000 or something. A year ago, you may have been celebrating a win. A year from now, who knows where you'll be. That's just how life is. That's why you should never be cocky. That's why you should never be evil. That's why you should never be fraudulent. That's why you should never... That's why God gives us opportunities, but then he takes them from us, okay? You have to stay grounded. You have to stay real. You should never, ever, ever, ever set out to hurt anyone, especially if they've never done anything to you, because you don't know what God is more powerful than anything. I don't care how big you feel. I don't care how cocky and, you feel. God will take it away from you in a second. Even faster than Facebook took Anthony Owedo's page, because I'm sure that even took a couple months. God will take it away from you in a second, okay?
That's not easy to say, man. 120,000, that's not easy to say. That's a big platform right there.
Yeah, his big platform, the one that he used to threaten everybody with, was taken down. Yeah, it was. And the guy almost committed suicide over it because... This is what I tried to tell you guys last night. We can't depend on social media. Our everything that we have in life cannot be based on a number on social media because it really doesn't even mean anything. Because even people that have 120,000 followers, they only get so many views. You don't even get all those many views. But in any case, you can't base your political career on your following on social media. You can't base your life on your following on social media. You can't base anything on your following on social media. It's what's the word? Is it nefarious? Is that the word? Ephemeral. You can't base your reality on social media, which is a mistake that a lot of people make.
120.
And don't get me wrong, it makes them a lot of money sometimes, but it doesn't mean that it's real, And if it's just about money, eventually you will collapse. You will. Trust me.
Our platform is growing. Also, we got almost 61,000. We're going there. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's hard work, informing and not giving up every day, man, and punishing these liberals, man. That's the whole point. That's
Punishing these liberals.
the whole
Oh
point.
my
Informing
God.
and punishing these liberals, man.
These liberals.
So God bless my partner, man. Real Anthony. I remember his.
He'll be watching, so I'm going to just give him a little lesson. Okay, Oscar. This is for one, for singular, okay? This, THIS, is for one, okay? When you're referring to one thing, either whatever, singular, okay? Singular, one, uno solito, okay? These is for something that is plural, whatever it may be, okay? Like you're saying liberals with an S at the end. So for that, you would use these liberals, okay? Not this, because that's for one, singular, uno solito. You would use these liberals, okay, Oscar? So if you're trying to one day, because he acts like a little kid with a microphone, one day be a reporter, and you're doing it in English, be more like Jorge Ramos, okay? Learn to speak English, okay? Because if that's who you're striving to be like, you should really learn English better. I mean, and not to say that my English is perfect, but little things like that should be basic. Those are basic, and I need to expand my vocabulary and everything else. I get it, but I am, that's why I'm also in both languages, more in Spanish than anything, going to school, Oscar, you really need to learn the basics, the very basics of English. So, okay, this is for uno solito, okay? This is for two or more, many, okay? Muchos, okay? Hopefully get that little, English lesson to Oscar for some of you, please. He'll get it. He watches all my videos, so it doesn't matter.
Started talking to him. His page was like around my page right now. His was on 50, 60,000. So I'm like,
okay, did you guys hear that? He's right. When he started, you should see his face when I put him on pause. When he started talking to Anthony, yeah, he's right. Anthony's page was around 50,000. Mine was around 60,000. This loser had 3 followers, okay? And so he started reaching out to me, reaching out to Anthony, reaching out to Ben, reaching out to everybody he could, because he wanted to jump on our bandwagon at any cost. Kissing my butt to a point that you guys would not believe. Kissing Anthony's butt to a point, because he was like, I'm going to make money off of this. I don't care. I'm doing this. I hate Trump and I hate everything, but this is my chance to put on a show. And he did. So yeah, he's right. He had 0 followers, and Anthony, 0, because he didn't even have a page. And Anthony had like 50,000 and I had like 60,000, and Ben had like 100 and something thousand. And that's how his con show started, by reaching out to all of us.
or less than that. And when I saw his page, I was like, whoa, that's a big page. That's a big following, man.
Is that what you said, Oscar?
And
Whoa.
now to see him grow and to watch him every day grow, and, to see him defend his country and going over there. Man, they took a beautiful picture. Yesterday in Washington, it was Marjorie Greene. She's now in Congress, Marjorie Greene. They took a picture with Marjorie.
So they all work together, right? And so that's his way of telling you because he knows he's a deported drug trafficker, he knows he's a deported drug trafficker. So that's his way of letting you know that he's a part of the gang, It's not that they took a picture. It's the fact that he's calling it out without really saying it. And so this was a year ago. So this is his way of telling you, we're all connected, but I can't really say too much because I'm a deported drug trafficker and this person's now in government. So that's not going to look good, but that's his way. And then there's another video saved where he's like, thank you so much for all of your support. Ms. Green, I love you so much. And thank you for everything you've done for me. I don't know where it's at, but it's here somewhere.
Will Johnson, Ben Berquam, and my partner Anthony, man. I posted that picture on my page. It's a beautiful picture.
So he's trying to include himself. I mean, not that he has to include himself. He is included. He is included in their crew. It's a Mexican deported drug trafficker who is included in their crew. I mean, he's not just including himself. The only reason why he's not there standing next to them is because he's inadmissible for reentry into America for drug trafficking, even though he entered illegally, and then he was exposed on MSNBC, and then he had to be, he can't do it anymore, at least not openly. I mean, he claims he was at In-N-Out, but he can't really show it to you because he knows, first of all, if he does get caught back, did you know that he can go back to prison? He can go back to prison because once you've been deported as an aggravated felon and they catch you back in America, they put you in prison. They don't just deport you. They don't just grab you and throw you over the border. No, they grab you and they put you in prison. So that's why he's terrified of crossing again, because he will be put in prison, not just deported. He'll go back to prison. It'd be nice if he could get caught in and out and then just deported. And I know that, again, his crew is pulling strings or whatever. And while, America's falling apart for him to, but at the end of the day, he's an aggravated felon. He's an aggravated felon who is supposed to be everything America is against, So let's go on.
Sure, man, that tells you a lot about people. That tells you a lot about all the...
That tells you a lot about people. Baldy lives in Georgia, and Baldy can tell us what that tells us about people, It's, the only thing that I don't really think it tells me anything as far as Anthony. Anthony hasn't accomplished anything, and Ben has been pretty... he's been a hard worker. He's done a lot, whatever. But the simple fact that he has a need to collaborate with two felons that have gotten caught doing so much, shady crap, something's not right there,
All these people have been focusing on work, not drama, not...
All these people he goes like this, all these people have been focusing on work, not drama, while he spent 30 months producing hundreds of hours of videos against me because he wasn't focusing on drama. If you would have been focusing on work and not on me, you'd probably be in America right now. You'd probably be, if you wouldn't have gotten called out on MSNBC, you would have continued to cross illegally into America. Obviously, you got to hook up at the border. Somebody let him in. Let's hope it has nothing to do with his friend in government. Let's hope that's not the case. But in any case, somebody let him in, right? Somebody let him in, even though he's inadmissible as per immigration law to re-enter America. So if you would have been focusing on only work instead of focusing on me and your drama and trying to destroy me, you'd probably be reaping the benefits of having your friends that have these connections in America that allowed you to illegally come back in, whoever it might have been. And I'm sure eventually we're going to get to the bottom of this. And this is why they're afraid of me being in Washington. We're going to get to the bottom of how this aggravated deported drug trafficker, aggravated felon, got back into America. He recently lied to Ali Bradley, and he claimed that he was pardoned. Really? You were pardoned? By who? Were you pardoned by Gavin Newsom? Or were you pardoned by Donald Trump? Because it would have had to have been either one of those two. He literally claims that he was pardoned. Oh my God. Okay. That's how low this guy will go as far as being a liar. That's a big lie. It's different if you say, I don't know, I went to In-N-Out as opposed to McDonald's, but lying to someone about being pardoned, that's a big deal, for a felony in America, that's a big deal.
All this crap. Work, and work. This is how, you become, concentrated on what you do.
You become concentrated on what you do, and that's why you've accomplished nothing. Because instead of being concentrated on your work, you were concentrated on making videos about me. and Tamales destroyed you. She didn't destroy me. I'm still here. I'm running for Congress. I'm feeling great. I'm looking good, you know. And I'm gonna struggle for the next few weeks with my new animal shelter, but eventually it's gonna be done. You know, one way or the other, it's gonna be done. You know, my animal shelter is gonna be done, and it's just gonna be better. And yeah, you know, you put my animals through a lot of stress and a lot of things and whatever else, but eventually my animal shelter, it's going to be done. You know, I mean, this guy has spent the last 3 years claiming he's going to destroy my animal mission, as if he really has any power over that. And he literally vowed that he would destroy my animal shelter. That's what he did. He said, I will do whatever I have to do to destroy her. I will shut her down. Yeah. How's that been working out for the last 2 years? And my animal shelter, my animal mission is only going to get bigger, because unlike you, this is not something that I started doing 3 years ago to make money and to scam people. This is something that I've been doing my whole life. You can go back and watch interviews of me on Tijuana TV 10 years ago. Being one of the most dedicated animal activists in all of Tijuana, even though this is not my city, even though this is not the place where I was born or grew up at by any means. I came to your city where you do nothing to try to make a difference, such as I'm going to do in Tapachula. And because I did that, because I got involved 10 years ago, we were able to change thousands of minds all over Tijuana and change the future of the dogs in Tijuana through my work and the work of others for the last 13 years. But 10 years ago, there's an interview of me. You know, as an animal activist, before Trump, before PayPal, before Facebook, before any, I mean, there was Facebook, but you know, before any of it. Okay. So that's hard work. That's real hard work.
Maturity gets you to a point that you're like, I'm not for that BS.
Oh yeah. He's not for that BS. He's not for that BS, but he's talking about the BS and producing videos. And if he wasn't for that BS, imagine if all that time you spent producing videos of me and that money that you donated to Tamales, if you would have spent it at a school. Oh my God, at a school. Okay. You would probably know the difference between this and these, right? At least, you know, you would have probably learned something. Imagine if you spent a couple hours a day reading, like actually reading and learning, instead of harassing me. And here they have one of their pages. On the internet, you know, harassing me and stalking me and making pages about me on the internet. You would have probably gotten a lot further, because you could have whoever you want, you know, whoever you want pushing you. And they can try to push you. You know, she can try to push you on Fox News and Steve Bannon and this one and that one. But at the end of the day, you're useless. You're worthless. You know, I mean. You can have Anthony pushing you. You can have Ben pushing you. You can have Steve Bannon pushing you, because they all kind of need you, you know, because they don't really have anybody out here. And Anthony's too scared to go into Mexico. But the bottom line is that you're just, you know, an ignorant thug who can't even, you know, they just denied my request for the live video. One of his pages is watching me. Let me take a screenshot so you guys can see. Let me show you. So anyway, yeah, un ignorante, you know, neófito, you know, iletrado. He doesn't even have the ability to express himself correctly. So no matter, I mean, can you imagine the people that are actual reporters on Fox News who have spent years, decades, doing their jobs, going to school, they're educated, like on both sides, you know, Spanish and English, in Mexico and America. And to have this deported drug trafficker thug, just because, you know, his little group has beef with me. Oh my God, really? Just so you know, they don't, a lot of times they don't really push him because they believe in him, or because he really has anything interesting to say, or because he's, you know, he has anything. The only reason why they, especially lately, one of the main reasons why they push him is because they got beef with me. So they think that's going to do something to me. I mean, if anything, you're just exposing more of who you are. I don't care about this guy. This guy's a piece of crap who can't even cross into America because he was exposed on MSNBC by Jean Guerrero. I don't care about him, you know? And all I'm doing is sending his energy back to him. What he did to me for 30 months that I even gave him a chance, and that he continues to do every day, you know. I even gave him a chance to apologize and take it down. I'm just sending his energy right back to him. I mean, the guy, did you see his video from the border when he woke up and the migrants were gone at the Chaparral? He looks bad. He looks like he hasn't slept in freaking weeks. And why does he look like that? Because his energy is going back to him. You know, he claimed he would destroy me. Guys, don't ever put something out in the universe that you don't want for yourself. Okay? He claimed he would destroy me, so he spent years producing lies about me. Right? How does he think that's going to end for him, not for me? You know, you could ask me whatever you want about his videos. And I don't have a problem facing it. You know, I don't have a problem with one of these losers bringing me on and doing a video so we could do a debate about every show that he made against me. I don't have anything to hide. That's why I sleep at night. But with him, he put out in the universe that he wanted to destroy me with his lies of me supposedly being a human trafficker and an arsonist and a prostitute and an abuser. And honestly, you know, one of the things that was mentioned on his shows that was mentioned a lot by a woman named Mary was that she said that I abused her disabled granddaughter, right? An adult or whatever, but, you know, a 25-year-old or something. But so you know, what's really, 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 really criminal about that is the fact that I have messages months after she claimed that I abused verbally this adult, where she's asking me to come back and visit her and move in with her and tell me how much she misses me, because in the end she wanted me, like, even if I could just take over her duties for 3 days so she could go and travel somewhere, anywhere, you know, she would have been happy with that. I mean, technically what she really wanted was for me to move in with her, but obviously I wasn't going to do that. But even if I just did it every now and then, you know, to help her out, because I did it once, you know, as a favor. She gave me $200 for a couple days, for 3 days, which, you know, with me, if somebody tells me to take care of my dogs and help me out and take care of my granddaughter and whatever, and I'm like, you know, I mean, I take care of my dogs all the time anyway, so whatever. But she wanted me to do this on a, you know, on a continuous basis, and I have messages from her where she's telling me to come back. Imagine if someone you feel is abusing a disabled adult, and you continue to reach out to that person and tell them, come back, I miss you, please come back, you know, I'll do anything. She was even a witness for me in court. That's how low she went to try to get someone to take over her job, you know. So anyway, I wouldn't have any problem whatsoever doing a debate with Tamales and confronting every single one of those accusations. But see, what they do is that they block anybody that contradicts them, that questions them, that tells them the truth. They will block you. That's what they do. So anyway, his hands are like this right now. I don't know why his hands are like this. But if you would have spent those 30 months focusing on you, on learning, you know, on your supposed work, you know, instead of focusing on me, I can guarantee you, no Jean Guerrero would have ever exposed you on MSNBC and prevented you from ever crossing into America again. And again, I don't care if Marjorie or this one or that one or whoever pulls strings for him to do things and come back into America illegally because he's an aggravated felon. But the bottom line is that he's not crossing, and he's devastated about it. But you did this damage to yourself. We didn't do it to you. You did it to yourself. As Jerry says, you caused your own damage. You really do.
And God bless my partner, man. As you know, that is a beautiful picture. It tells you a lot about how, you know, people have been just concentrated on work. Look at this. I'm at the beach right now. I'm gonna take a little drive right here.
I took a little drive right here. Yeah. So anyway, it's actually a dress, Josephine. I'll send you the website too. I don't know if they have it available anymore, but You guys know that I'm into fashion, always have been, and I had a big problem for a while. I'm addressing Josephine now, and I had a flood. I had a major flood, and I had to put thousands of pieces of clothing and shoes away for a couple years, for about 3 years, while I was out there traveling and campaigning for Donald Trump, instead of, you know, rebuilding and rebuilding my closet and rebuilding everything else. So now you'll see me, you know, almost every day wearing all kinds of different things because I have so much. In fact, 2 years ago in 2020, I threw away about 20 huge bags of clothing. I just didn't have any more room for them. But this is a dress. I'll take a picture with it later. It's a very cute dress. Thank you so much, Josephine. And yeah, it is very conservative, not because I'm afraid of showing my body, just because, you know, I mean, I grew up in a very conservative, very, very conservative family. And I don't mean a conservative Mexican family. I mean a conservative family to the point where, you know, it, you know, but you know, I dress in different ways. But yeah, I like dressing like this. Thank you so much. So anyway, the guy is a clown, and he can't even spell Marjorie's name. Oh my God, so sad. He spells it with a G. Margorie. Oh my God, I don't even know. But anyway, it's on his video, and again, if you really were focused on work instead of drama on the internet, you would probably know the difference between this and these. Okay, Anthony would probably still have a platform instead of being a clown. You know, a platform-less clown that gets uninvited, disinvited, canceled from rallies. Okay, every other whatever, you know, and begging for $4,000 to go to Washington. I mean, I can see people needing help, you know, maybe a couple $1,000s, maybe $1,500, you know. But remember, he brags about staying at five-star hotels. Aren't you part of Latinos for Trump with Bianca Gracia? Isn't she collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars? She can't pay you to go to DC? Anyway, I mean, I can see why. I did a lot of work for her, never paid me a dime. In fact, I had to pay out of my pocket to promote events for her org. You know, I hosted a movie premiere for her org. Not only did she not pay me a dime, I had to pay out of my pocket around $700. So, but anyway, yeah, if you would have been focusing on work, you wouldn't be struggling, and all of you are struggling. And I don't care what the show you put on the internet, every single one of you is struggling. It's really easy to see if you really take a look at every single one of you. Every single one of you is struggling in a different way, at a different level. Obviously, you're struggling to, you know, you're over here drooling over an In-N-Out burger because you can't cross. And if any of these guys is getting you across illegally, you have to keep it in hiding, and that must be horrible for you. How humiliating to have to cross into America illegally, and have to hide it. But I don't think you're crossing. I don't know. I hope you're not, because it would be illegal, and it would make, you know, your partners and your friends a bunch of criminals for aiding you and crossing you into America illegally. And Anthony lost his platform, and everybody, you know, and I mean, for Will to get involved in all of this publicly, that tells you something. Something's going on. So, right? So, and then eventually this will make it to Washington as well. Okay? Bye, guys. Love you all. Take care. Don't mess with me. Bye-bye.